Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah, and today I'm going to do a reading for the sign of Aquarius for the month of October. I hope all my Aquarius friends are doing well. Don't forget that I am now offering personal readings. For more information, do look in the description below the video. As you know, Aquarius, this is a general reading, so there will be parts that may not resonate with you. Only take the parts that do and leave the rest for someone else. I've already meditated on the cards, I've already shuffled the cards, and this is the spread that I have for you today. In the past position, we have the Ten of Pentacles clarified by the Five of Cups. In the obstacle position, we have the Sun clarified by the Devil. In the present position, we do have the Queen of Wands clarified by the Strength card. And in the future outcome position, you do have the Ten of Cups clarified by Death. So a lot going on. This month is definitely a turning point for you, Aquarius, where you will reassess some of your approaches, some of your beliefs, some of the things like habitually that you used to do. And there is going to be a little bit of change on how you view yourself and how you view the world. You are going through a moment of growth, and you will be handsomely rewarded on the other side. Once you come through this period of growth, you are becoming more aware. You are experiencing realizations that have eluded you so far, but now you're really leveling up in your spiritual awareness. You're really leveling up in your spiritual knowledge, and it's really an exciting time if you look at it from that perspective, because once this growth is complete, you're going to feel better. You're going to see the world in a new light, from a new perspective that is going to open so many horizons for you. The limits that you have felt up till now are going to disappear. So let's get right into the spread. In the past position, you have the Ten of Pentacles clarified by the Five of Cups. The Ten of Pentacles is a great card. It's all about generational wealth and resources. Generational wealth can come in many different ways, because it could be the knowledge that gets passed down to you from your elders, and it's not the type of common knowledge that other people would know, and so as a result you can use and apply that knowledge in order to create progress for yourself. For some people it is all about skills and talents. Generational wealth, like I mentioned, does come in many different forms, but it is clarified in this combination by the Five of Cups, which tells me that there was a change in the wealth that you felt in the past. That stability, that security that you had kind of transitioned. There was a little bit of sadness as it relates to that transition. That security is just no longer the same as it used to be. And sometimes, when people realize that, there can be a little bit of internal questioning, internal tension, that push-pull energy that sometimes occurs. And it's important to realize that in life, change is constant, and so not everything stays. Eventually, not everything stays the same, because eventually things do. I'm so sorry about my cat. She is, I think, is wanting some treats. She's wanting some attention. Anytime I turn on the camera, she just is very, very much wants to be included in the process. Okay, my love, you have to go because I'm doing this reading, okay? I'm doing the reading. So as I was saying, when the transition occurs, when that stability kind of wears away, sometimes we feel a little bit of intensity on the inside. And so it's important to remember to take things carefully and cautiously through the month of October. Again, this is a very pivotal month, not just because the veil is thin and there are messages coming through from the divine side, from your angels, from your ancestors, from your spirit guides. It's also an eclipse season. You know, eclipse means when the light goes away, right? And darkness reigns. And so we live on a planet where good is invited, but also darkness is invited as well. And you're sort of in the middle, and you have free will. Now, it's important to remember that although the month of October is going to sometimes, some days are going to feel emotional, some days are going to feel kind of long, you know, like you're wanting to get through it as quickly as possible. It's important to practice self-love, self-healing. It's important to do little rituals. It's important to charge your water in the moonlight. It's important to wear crystals. It's important to, you know, write love on like a bay leaf and burn it in a candle and just sit there and watch it, so that you are kind of co-creating with the universe and putting your intentions in that process. It will bring you an easier time as you go through the month of October. But it's also important to remember, Aquarius, that you are an incredibly powerful individual. And because you are so able to analytically see different situations, know how different elements come together, you know, there's more that is required from you. You know, when you do well, you send out a vibration that helps other people feel better about their lives. So you are, you know, uniquely important to lead the community of people around you into this uncertain time and through it onto the other side when the sun will come out again. Now, in the obstacle position, we do have the sun card, which is a great card to have. It is a very positive card. It's even in the obstacle position, it you know, is such a positive card that it affects other cards around it in a positive way too. But in the obstacle position, it just means that you may be a little bit too idealistic when you see different things, and so your perspective is being adjusted a little bit to match a more realistic point of view. And the devil in the clarifying position is a reminder for you not to pay attention too much to other people around you, because oftentimes your view of things is best. When you get influenced by people around you, other people may have hidden motives that are not so great. Like, they may approach you and say, "Oh, you're so wonderful," but on the inside have a different intention towards you. So watch out for deception anytime you have the devil make an appearance in a spread. Also, you know, don't be reliant on others too much, because again, your view of things is often best. Now, in the present position, you do have the Queen of Wands, and this is very important because the Queen of Wands is going to give you courage and determination for you to follow your passion. You already know what it is that you want, and so the Queen of Wands is kind of bringing it up to the surface. You also have the Strength card in the clarifying position, suggesting to me that as long as you practice self-control, discipline, a structured approach to what it is that you want to create, you're going to be successful. The Queen of Wands and Strength is a very successful combination as long as you focus on the task at hand. And don't forget that compassion is also very important. First and foremost, compassion towards yourself. When you are patient with yourself, when you don't put such stringent conditions on yourself, when you don't bring yourself down because you didn't have enough time to accomplish one more thing that you wanted yesterday, there's no need to feel down or allow your vibration to kind of lower itself, because a lot of times our expectations is what disappoints us greatly. Love doesn't really need anything. It just is. Love is energy. And so you can sit in that energy of love anywhere at any time, regardless of the circumstances that surround you. Strength is also about, a peaceful approach to getting things done. It's using that internal restraint in order to move your progress along, move your goals along, and make sure that you're moving forward. Now, in the future outcome position, you do have the Ten of Cups clarified by Death. The Ten of Cups is a great, really positive card in pretty much all aspects of life. But it is a card of inner happiness as well. And so your inner happiness is transitioning, transforming in the month of October, because you have the Death in the clarified position, which tells me that, again, the way you're going to define your happiness, how you feel on the inside, is going to change. What used to make you happy is changing to a new way. And so a lot of times when there is a little bit of change, that can cause some anxiety, because our minds are muscles who like doing the same thing. The brain the brain, which is a muscle, doesn't like when there's a new routine or something that is new that's coming into the environment, because it has to then create new pathways inside your mind in order to incorporate this new situation into your life, and so it's important to take things slowly as you move through the month of October, so that you don't feel emotionally overloaded, so that you are able to address emotions. It's great if you do emotional hygiene, because every day, if you address the emotions that you feel, that kind of threw me for a loop, and why? Like, if you trace as to what made you feel a certain way, you're addressing the emotion, which means you're kind of like resolving it, you're putting it to bed, so that tomorrow you wake up with a new fresh outlook. It's a new day, it's a new life, it's a new chance to create the life that you want for yourself, and so it's important to be aware of all these elements and how they interact with each other. It's not just about what you see, it's also about what you don't see. It's not just about what you know, it's also about what you don't know. There are a lot of moving parts that you have to incorporate in order to see the path forward. And the path forward right now may not be as clear, because you are in the midst of transformation. So what you look to is towards the inside. The inside illuminates the outside, and it allows you to move forward. You have bravery, you have courage. The divine is sending you support so that you are able to feel protected as you are moving through this transformation, as you're moving through this transition. And again, the age of Aquarius is here. You in January, there's going to be some astrological movement. So in January, things are going to be very, very different for you, Aquarius, than they are today, than they are in the month of October. But again, if you take advantage of this opportunity and this transition and this transformation, then you can really level up in a very significant way, not just spiritually, but also on this physical plane as well. Let's see what we can clarify with the two ancestor and angel oracle cards that I pulled. They actually came out together, and so I just kept them together. And we have Oracle, wait for important information, and Lord, take charge with authority. Find that confidence on the inside, because it's going to help you feel stronger. It's going to help you, your ideas and your thoughts are very important, and they're not just yours. There's also a part of the collective. When you do well, you influence others unspokenly, like non-verbally, if you will. And with the oracle, definitely pay attention, because the information is coming through the veil that is thin. So be aware of different signals, of different signs, of different messages, of different synchronicities, because the divine is trying to communicate with you. And the question is, are you listening? The way you listen is you observe. Through observation, without necessarily thinking too much, you are able to see and kind of gain that knowledge and bring it from your subconscious into the conscious, so you're able to use it on a day-to-day basis. I also pulled an answer from Angel's Oracle card deck, Oracle card, and we have look for a sign. So again, the divine here is saying that they're trying to communicate with you, and so it's very, very important that you find some stillness. When you ground yourself, when you allow yourself to feel still, the way you achieve stillness is be in the present moment. If you're washing your hands, you're supposed to watch the water flow over your hands. If you are walking down the street, what do you see around you? Is it like homes? Is it, trees? Is it is it the sky and the clouds? What do you see in the present moment? And catch yourself every time you try and leave that moment of present, because life is very fleeting and you have to train your mind, and that requires, again, like being your own coach, being your own advocate. It's important to focus
I feel like a lion. I'm so strong.